Yo, Renzo gang, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Today, Wrestlelamia. Now, it's been a lot going on in WWE lately, y'all. I'm telling you, it's been a lot going on in WWE. Our Truth getting released, that was just a number one shocker. Our Truth got released from WWE. Now, this is titled Triple H out of WWE question mark. Sad news about Kevin Owens. I don't know what that means. I hope it's nothing major where he can't come back. Now, as far as Triple H being forced out, I'm thinking that's a bit of a reach because number one, why would he be forced out of the WWE? Let's be real, y'all. Triple H is not in charge of the whole thing. Vince McMahon sold the company to TKO. At the end of the day, they are over Triple H. The Rock is even on board on TKO. So that means that The Rock is over Triple H. Triple H is head of creative. So if everyone is saying Triple H doing this, that no, that's not Triple H. Y'all forgot Vince sold the company to TKO. Okay? Like Vince sold the company to TKO, not Triple H. If it was up to Triple H, our truth would have not been gone. Certain things like, for example, even Carlito's gone from WWE, and then everyone's blaming Triple H. That no, that's not Triple H. That if you want to blame somebody, blame TKO. And then it like WWE is going through. Is I've been with WWE. I've been a loyal fan of WWE for so many years, and I've been through one of the worst times in wrestling history with WWE. Right now, WWE is just in a very bad space right now. I'm pretty sure it's going to bounce back, just like AEW was thriving, and AEW is in a little tough spot right now. All wrestling companies are. Every company is going to happen, people. Do we like it? No, we don't. I don't like it, but I mean, it is what it is. It's a part of business. You know, I mean, I don't like the R Truth got released, but I mean, there's nothing we can do about it. So with that being said, Renzo gang, I hope everyone's had an amazing day today. I hope you all have accomplished whatever you wanted to accomplish, your goals and your dreams today. And if you're on your way to accomplishing your goals and dreams, let me just tell you this. Renzo gang, I may not know who you are personally, but I'm proud of y'all. Like, I don't know y'all story. Like, whatever y'all got going on behind closed doors, stay motivated. Please, please, please don't give up. I know it's hard. Trust and believe me, I know it's hard. Lord have mercy, I know it's hard. But you can't give up. If you give up, you're never going to get closer to your goals and dreams. Speak positive, affirmations for yourselves. That's what I'm starting to do now. And yeah, a lot of things have been rough lately. Well, not we're not rough, but I've had some breakthroughs. And just I got I got a blessing. A big one, and I'm very happy. And and my other blessing is I'm gonna continue thriving on this YouTube channel, and I'm gonna continue, giving you guys the content that you want and that you came and you viewed my channel for. So I've been going for a little bit. I had to take care of some personal stuff, and I'm back. I'm back, y'all. And I just recently dropped a reaction video to um, Stranger Things season 5 and Gen V, and I have another trailer reaction coming out, and that's Black Phone too. So if you have not seen it, go check it out, especially when it drops. Make sure you hit that post notification bell so that you will be aware of when that video drops. Stranger Things dropping, Gen V dropping. Your boy, he's been very busy. You know, life has been lifing. Is what the new generation say. Life been lifing, and I'm officially in the unk status. Can you believe that? But anyway, enough about all that. Let's dive on into this reaction. So all my wrestling fans, let's go. Wrestlelamia.
What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here. I'm back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including incredibly sad news as a top WWE star may never wrestle again, another
Kevin
shocking
Owens,
WWE
good
release
God.
incoming, WWE are forcing Triple H out, is Ronda Rousey set for a WWE
I
return,
heard
the
she's
real
supposed to be
truth
returning.
behind R-Truth's WWE release, Logan Paul and John Cena's new tag team name, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling
I don't
videos
know
and follow
why.
us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Now let's see the intro and get straight into our first story.
World's End this weekend. Money in the Bank this weekend. I'll be tuning in.
Now, our first story looks at some sad news as a top
Kevin
WWE
Owens.
star may never wrestle again. Now, our top story today takes a look at the
Wow.
latest when it comes to Kevin Owens, and his latest interview has shed some light on his
Mm.
in-ring future. The former WWE Universal Champion was recently interviewed by LE10 Sports, and Owens said that
Mm.
he's not going to say that he's going to return to the ring, as he's really unsure at this stage if it's even possible. It would be not arrogant, but false to say right now that I'm absolutely going to return to the ring, that I'm going to have more matches. I don't know if that's true. Owens would also add that he was injured prior to the Royal Rumble and Elimination
Good
Chamber, but
God.
still competed in two brutal matches, including a heinous ladder match with Cody Rhodes. In
Man,
fact, I was
that match
extremely
was
lucky not to be more
insane.
seriously injured in the matches I did at the Royal Rumble and Elimination Chamber because
And
my
Kevin
neck was
Owens, he paid
already in
his
a very
dues,
bad
man. He
condition.
paid his
We didn't
dues.
know. The symptoms I had weren't consistent with a neck injury, so we were trying to figure out why I had these symptoms. But we were looking in the wrong place because it didn't make sense. No one could have guessed that
Mm.
it was my neck that was affected because of those symptoms. Owens would also provide an update on having neck surgery. Owens would state that the doctors want to wait for things to evolve before committing to surgery, which will naturally push back Owens' return date. That is if he's
Yeah.
able to return to the ring at all. Obviously, this isn't positive news, and the fact that Owens is concerned that he may not be able to wrestle again is kind of alarming. Neck injuries are one of the most serious injuries a pro athlete
I'm
can.
saying, I mean, look how long it's taking for Big E to supposedly get cleared. Like, them neck injuries are no joke. Look what happened to Edge. And now, like 9 years after he retired, you know, Soraya, Brian Danielson, you know, it happens.
Suffer, and Owens is definitely doing the right thing by listening to his medical team every step of the way. Next up is another shocking WWE release coming.
I think that's
Former NXT
Carlito.
champion Karrion Kross is in a unique position with WWE currently. Kross is in his contract year with the company and he's never been more popular with the fans. But despite this
Yep.
newfound popularity, WWE are still refusing to do anything with Kross, and he's mostly found on WWE main event and backstage segments on Raw. Now, according to
Yeah,
a new
why?
report from Fightful Select, there hasn't been much progress when it comes to Kross potentially re-signing with WWE. Karrion Kross is in his contract year and there hasn't been much progress. Fightful Select Sean Rossap reported
I don't
earlier
blame
this
him
year
if
that
he
Karrion Kross
leaves. I
was in a
don't blame
contract
Karrion
year with
Cross.
sources claiming that his contract is up this summer. At the start of June, Fightful inquired with sources close to the situation and close to Kross about an update. Based on what we heard, WWE has not yet approached Kross about a contract extension or
Wow,
renewal, and we
man.
haven't heard
Like,
anything
come
if they
on.
indicated
What y'all
interest in doing
doing?
so. A Fightful Selects report adds that WWE are happy to keep talent on TV until they're notified that they won't be renewing their respective contracts. WWE has typically notified talent within a month or so when their deals are expiring that they won't renew. Of late, though, WWE has been happy to keep talent on television up until they're notified that they'll not be renewed or approached for an extension. As best we know, there are a few months remaining on Cross's deal. We'll work out to find more. WWE's habit of not locking down talents until the very last moment is a very bizarre move, and this is something that's been a common
Yeah, that's
feature
one
in
thing
the
about WWE
TKO
I
era,
do
and we
not like.
recently saw this with Drew McIntyre. In relation to Cross,
I
he may
don't
decide
like
that
that.
it's in his best interest to
Like,
spread
I
his
do
wings in a
not like
company
that.
such as AEW. However, AEW has such a stacked roster with limited TV time, and Cross may sadly
Yep.
get lost in the shuffle. Cross re-signing with WWE may convince the company to use him in a more effective manner, and Cross may begin to receive that push that fans have been crying out for. There was a lot of disappointment when Cross wasn't in the Money in the Bank qualifier match this year,
Yeah,
especially
I'm
with
very.
Cross teasing his involvement in a number of social.
Woo! I'm very upset about that. But y'all let Chad Gable do it twice as El Grande Americano and Chad Gable, but at the same time, he loses as Chad Gable, but he wins his like, what are y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all that spot could have been y'all could have gave that to Karrion Cross, man. Come on. Like, be for real. Y'all could have gave that to Karrion Cross or something. Or like a battle royal to, like a last chance battle royal to get into the Money in the Bank qualifying match. Something. I
media
don't know.
posts as well as media interviews. Them not using Cross for the annual Money in the Bank ladder match did come as
And to be honest with you, I'm gonna just say this: when it comes to Money in the Bank for the men's, I have three picks for that: Seth freaking Rollins, L.A. Knight, or Solo Sikoa. I'm
a huge surprise, as Triple H has been keen to push wrestlers who get organically over with the audience. It also seems strange that Triple H committed to a cross push numerous times over the past few years, and now when his time has come and he's on the main roster without Vince in his ear, Cross has managed to connect with the fans and doesn't appear to be remotely interested. Like, what is the true logic behind this? Next up, a
seriously.
WWE star injured. Goldberg is about to have his last match in WWE at Saturday night's main event in Atlanta, Georgia. Goldberg
Who?
has been training hard for his
Oh,
final match ever, but maybe he's been training too hard and has picked up a number of injuries along his
why?
way. On his latest episode of CarCast, the WWE Hall of Famer revealed that his workouts have been intense, and it seems that pushing too hard has not been
I do not want to see Goldberg again. I barely want to see John Cena. And John Cena's heel run is terrible. Like, we waited all this time for this? Like, are you serious? Man,
very good on him. Then you go into a Muay Thai gym and hit the
like I
pads and not
said,
go crazy, and then blow your shoulder out and blow your bicep out, and you pull your hamstring from throwing a high kick. And Goldberg is going all out to prove that he still has it in him for at least one more match. But being injured or pushing too hard could either delay his
Goldberg.
match or even cancel it altogether. Goldberg definitely needs
Now
to be careful.
Goldberg. You
Next up
know
is
you're not as young
WWE
as you used to
forcing
be.
Triple H out. Jonathan
You know
coaching
that.
sources within WWE have now claimed that Triple H is on borrowed time in his role in WWE. According to Coachman on the
Right.
Two Man Power Trip podcast, he's heard
Right.
that Triple H has around 18 months left before TKO given the boot from his position in WWE, and Coachman cites established issues with The Rock.
Man, if Triple H goes, I'm telling you, WWE will fall. I'm telling you. And Tony Khan gonna eat that up. I'm telling you. Like I said, right now WWE is in a very rough place right now. That's all I'm gonna say. TKO needs to chill out. And the fact that Vince McMahon is mad at Triple H, I'm like, first of all, Vince, it's really your fault. You sold the company to TKO. What did you expect? What you thought was gonna happen?
As the primary reason. From my time there and my time with The Rock, I know for a fact that he does not get along with Triple H. That does not go away. They've always been
Wow.
butting heads for years and years for a lot of different reasons. The reason I said on my show there's a
Mm.
big power struggle, well, first of all, I've talked to two people close to the situation. I can't tell you who they are, but I've really got good intel. We predicted that within 18 months, Triple H will not be running WWE anymore. I actually feel kind of bad for him because I've always really liked him. Now this may seem like a bold prediction from Coachman and his sources, but the way WWE is operating right now, it wouldn't probably come as too much of a surprise to see a major shakeup behind the scenes. The
Yeah.
only real question is who TKO can have even replace the game in that pivotal role of creative. Do you think they could rely on people like Bruce Pritchard, WWE's yes man? Wouldn't surprise us if all TKO wanted was a nodding head. Next up, Ronda Rousey set for a
Yeah,
WWE
I did
return.
hear she is
Ronda
set to
Rousey looks set
return.
for a WWE
Why?
return
I
at
don't
some
know.
point in the future. WrestleVotes Radio provided an update
But
when it
she
comes to
badmouth
Rousey returning
WWE.
to the
Why?
company, and according to the
Well,
popular source,
a lot of people
Rousey
done
will
that.
be back in WWE, and they would even flip a coin
Evolution.
on her returning at Evolution next month. It's a flip of a coin on Ronda Rousey. She'll be back in WWE at some point.
And speaking of evolution, that PLE will be out on my birthday, July 13th.
She has a connection with TKO. Don't know if that's going to be anytime soon. Rousey's initial WWE run lasted from 2018 to 2019, and it received rave reviews from fans. Rousey had excellent matches and she was putting her life and soul into her work. But sadly, her second run fell completely flat and nothing seemed to connect. If
Very.
Rousey does commit to another run in the company, then hopefully we'll get the Rousey of old and she's able to recapture some of that initial magic. We're just wondering how things are going to pan out with her in the locker room, as during her time away from WWE, she's been on a full rant against WWE and making the major no-no of calling wrestling fake. Will she have any friends left in the backstage locker room?
Like,
Next
seriously,
up, a
why?
legend calls out WWE.
But the thing is, who's going to stand up to Ronda Rousey, though, in WWE? Who exactly? But
And
whatever.
while Truth's WWE release is still causing controversy, even on NXT TV this week, the fans heckled certain matches and segments with chants of support for Truth, and now JBL has spoken out and questioned WWE's baffling decision.
If
JBL is
JBL
usually a name
speaking out
that
and
sides
questioning
with
the company,
WWE no
oh,
matter what, so to hear him put WWE on blast speaks volumes. On the latest edition of his podcast, JBL stated that WWE releasing Truth is one of the most bizarre releases he's ever seen. I
it
don't
really
understand this
is.
with Ron Killings either. I mean, it's the same perplexing thing to me. I thought it was a joke. Brian Armstrong, aka Road Dogg, had something on his Twitter. He goes, "I'm really bummed. I can't believe they released Our Truth," or something like that. I looked it up and thought it's gotta be a storyline. I mean, the guy just main evented Saturday night's main event. He's selling a ton of merch. It's absolutely perplexing to me. One of the
I
most
don't.
bizarre
Why
releases
did they
that I've ever
release him?
seen.
I don't
JBL would also
understand that.
take aim at the idea that WWE released Truth due to his age. Truth has had a great career and of course he's still got years left. I know he's 53 years old, but he's in tremendous shape. He's a great athlete, he's still just as athletic as at least he looks like he is. I'm sure he doesn't feel like he's 28 years old, but he looks
So
like
y'all
he's
gonna use
28.
the
He
age
moves like
thing,
he's
really?
28 again, and he's got years
Y'all gonna use the age? Y'all are you can't be serious right now. Y'all are really gonna use the age thing? Goldberg? Okay,
left because he hasn't
okay.
aged. He doesn't look like an older guy. Still no news in relation to if WWE are planning on bringing Truth back, or they're simply hoping that the backlash just dies down on its own. But what was the real reason behind our Truth's
Yeah, I
WWE
want to
release?
know.
Speaking of Truth, a new report has surfaced from WrestleVotes relating to his release. According to them, Truth's WWE release simply came down to a financial thing and that he was making a lot of money. It's just a contract thing, it's a financial thing. Truth, for no reasons than he's been around for a very long time, was making a lot of money. That's the main reason he's no longer part of this company.
Why
Whilst
would
it
he
can be
not make a
sometimes
lot of money?
understandable why WWE and TKO want to save money on contracts, there was a good reason as to why Truth was on a considerable amount of money. He was a veteran and always delivered no matter what. There's now concern from fans that those names that are veterans in WWE are either going to be released or asked to take a huge pay cut when their contracts come up. Next up, do
Mm.
John Cena and Logan Paul have a tag team name? Cena and Logan Paul have yet to
I
have an
mean, what would you
official
do in
tag
that
team name
situation?
until now. On Paul's
Take a pay
latest
cut
vlog,
and
he
keep the job,
discusses the idea
or
of naming his
go?
partnership with Cena and Paul, throwing some ideas around to see Cena's reaction. Logan mentioned, "Wait, so now we're a tag team, do we come up with a tag team name or something?" Cena says, "Yeah, sure, what do you want it to be? The Human Centipede? I was thinking Heel Team 6. Cena said he loved that. And then Logan mentioned the WWE because we are the WWE. It's the WWE. So it looks like the two ideas are either Heel Team 6 or the WWE. These sound utterly terrible. In the video, Cena seems more impressed with
Yeah,
the WWE idea, so it'll be interesting to see if that is the name approved by Triple H. Paul and Cena are now set to team together this Saturday at Money in the Bank, as the two will headline the PLE in a match versus Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. And
Cody
finally, Triple
Rhodes.
H trolls Logan Paul. Our final story today takes a look at a hilarious interaction between Triple H and Logan Paul. On Logan Paul's latest vlog, Paul revealed that his boss Triple H decided to outright troll him. The
That
Gamebot
was
sent
funny.
Paul a text
Like that
message
that
featuring a
that
photo of
that
Paul
went
taking a
viral.
stiff superkick to the face. Paul also recently put Triple H on blast as he called Triple H to book a match between WWE's Maverick and Bad Bunny. This is a match that Paul has been waiting for a while now, and due to Paul pretty much being a full-time WWE talent, it's likely to happen when Bunny is
Honestly,
available.
you know
What
what?
do you think of that
Book the
match?
match.
Let us know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.
Yeah, it WWE is in a very tight space right now. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna speak negative on it, but tighten up. Please tighten up. That's all I'm gonna say. And are y'all seriously gonna use the whole age thing with our truth? Really? Let's not play that. Let's not do that. No, we're not gonna do that. And then okay, I guess I can get it, them paying him too much, but I mean, he's been with the company for years and he's been delivering and he's selling a lot of merch, so why would you not pay him? And then I also hear that with Roman Reigns' contract, they're not trying to pay him, as much as they're trying to pay him. And I'm like, I guess I can understand it in a way, but at the same time, why not pay our truth, what he's worth? He's been there for years and he delivers and his merch is selling. And also with Kevin Owens, I really hope that, you stay listening to your doctors, you get healed up take the surgery if you hadn't had it yet. Pray you have a safe recovery. Us fans, we don't like when superstars, are going in for serious injury. But I wish you nothing but the best, Kevin Owens. Please, please, please spend time with your family and heal. And if you can't come back, which I pray, God forbid you can't come back, thank you, Kevin Owens. Thank you, Kevin Owens. So, Renzo Game, if you enjoyed this reaction, hit that like button, share, subscribe. And yes, it may seem like I was a little tense, but I mean, I'm a passionate wrestling fan, especially WWE. So, that being said, Renzo Gang, I love y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. You feel me? Yeah.